Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Thank you. My name is Ben Moline and I serve on your Fellowship Sunday Services Committee. Today we are going to need to leave the door open because of airflow issues. We need to get some of that cool air from the fireside room in here, so bear with us. I want to thank everyone for being here today and extend a special welcome to any visitors. If you would like more information about the fellowship, please visit the welcome table in the fireside room or sign our virtual guest book at uufa.ames.org/guestbook. So, and whether joining us from home or here in Fellowship Hall, we invite you to stay after the service for coffee fellowship, where you can introduce yourself and join in conversation with kindred spirits. I have several announcements today to share. First, we are looking for people to share their time, talents, and knowledge with our children in August. While we regather and get ready to start the program year, if you have a skill, experience, or an activity you would like to lead, please talk to Dana or sign up via the form in the weekly email. Ada Mae Lewis is having a milestone birthday this week. She is 85. Her daughter, Devon Lewis, asked that her UUFA friends celebrate with her by sending cards to Ada Mae. Reverend Kent's memorial service will be streamed here at the fellowship on Thursday, August 15th at 1 p.m. Please join us in the fireside room for a time of community and remembrance. If you plan to attend, please let Jamie Greganis know so that we can be sure to have enough seating. And finally, please join our social justice team meeting at 11:15 in room 3 today to discuss the closing of the Iowa Civil Rights Commission. Sandra Wilson has initiated a lawsuit against the state and would like to share what is happening. So on behalf of this caring and nurturing congregation, I welcome each and every one of you to this sacred space. Here we invite you into an experience of hope, renewal, and connections, which may inspire you to understand life in new ways. Thank you for joining us.
Cool. And now a welcome from me. So my name is Robin Sin. I'm also on the Sunday Services Committee. We are a beloved community, a fellowship, a church. We've constantly changed since our start in 1946, and we will continue to change. Today is a welcome back after a Zoom-only July with a recap of recent events in the fellowship and in the UUA, and a peek forward about where we might go together. Welcome guests. I hope you found a comfortable seat with a good view and good airflow. Welcome back members and friends after the summer hiatus. And welcome back Zoomers. Yay, hi Zoomers. Big welcome backs to Dana Paas and Bradley Duckstein, our religious educator and congressional administrator. We hope you both feel renewed and are looking forward to the coming fellowship year. We also welcome and say a first community hello to our new music coordinator, Madison Mayfield. And most of all, a big warm welcome to Reverend Kelly Clement, our new settled minister. She's in the congregation today and will be in the pulpit next Sunday. Reverend Kelly, please come up and say hello.
Oh, wow. Wow, good morning, good morning. How lovely to see your faces this morning, to be here well ensconced after less than a week. I feel like this is a place for us all to grow together. I want to just say just a couple of quick words. I'm so delighted to be here. My dog is delighted to be here, Memphis. My husband is not here yet, and you shouldn't think of this as priorities on my part. Mike is staying in Minneapolis and continuing to close out our house, and will probably be for a few months a two-city family. I am well and comfortably ensconced in Mary and Craig's adorable house on Franklin Avenue, and close to here, so that's really nice. I will say lots more in coming days and weeks and months and years, but for today, just joy and joy that we are here together. A couple of you asked me what to call me. You can call me Rev Kelly or Reverend Kelly or just Kelly, what suits you. So we'll work that out as we go along. So let's settle in for our chalice lighting. These words are on Belonging by the Reverend Karen LeBlanc. This isn't just a place of worship. This isn't just a fellowship of like minds. This isn't just a Sunday morning filled with spirit, topped off with coffee and cookies. This is our fellowship, our congregation, where we are building beloved community, where we are opening ourselves to each other, where we trust and love, rise and fall together. This is where we feel safe. This is where we know we are welcomed. This is where we belong. For this gift and so many others, we light our chalice. Now, let's rise in body or spirit for our first hymn, number 361 in the gray hymnal, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In.
Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. We invite any of the young children who wish to come to the Blue Rugs for a bit of a time for all ages. And today we will be sharing the story of The Big Umbrella by Amy June Bates, co-written with Juniper Bates. By the front door, there is an umbrella. It is big. It is a big, friendly umbrella. It likes to help. It likes to spread its arms wide. It loves to give shelter. It loves to gather people in. It doesn't matter if you are tall or hairy or plaid. It doesn't matter how many legs you have. Some people worry that there won't be enough room under the big umbrella. But the amazing thing is that there is. There is always room. The end. The kids have an activity down in room 3 today, so let us sing them out with This Little Light of Mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We'll use this time to now give and receive the offering. Please know that this morning, half of the non-pledge offering will be donated to Planned Parenthood of North Central States. Planned Parenthood delivers vital reproductive health care, sex education, and information and advocacy to millions of people worldwide. The other half of the offering will support programs here in our fellowship that make this a community of inspiration, transformation, and belonging. We'll pass the basket here in Fellowship Hall, but alternatively, you can go to uufames.org/give to make your contribution today. If you are visiting today, please know that your presence here is gift enough. For our first reading today, it is You Can Sit With Us by Elizabeth Tambasco. You can sit with us. You can live beside us. You can play your music. You can listen to mine. We can dance together. We can share our food. We can keep an eye on each other's kids. We can teach each other new languages. We can respect traditions. We can build new ones. You can ask for a cup of sugar. You can ask for directions. You can tell me when things are hard. You can tell me when beautiful things happen. We can listen to stories. We can disagree. We can agree. We can come to understandings. You can wear what you want. You can pray as you feel compelled to. You can love who you want. You can sit with us. Let us enjoy another song, hymn number 188, Come, Come, Whomever You Are. We'll do it as a round. We'll sing it once through together, and then we'll have 2 times through the round, and we'll split in half, and Kitty and Kelly will help guide those 2 halves. So, hymn number 188.
So, welcome and welcome back. In case you don't remember, previously on UUFA TV, we left our heroic congregation on the threshold of many changes. Together, we had worked through 2 years of an interim ministry, ably aided by Reverend A.J. Galazan, our transitions team, the Sunday Services Committee, and especially our board of directors. We thought about what we'd been. We moved through the sometimes difficult spaces of not knowing and where are we going. And we started dreaming and creating what we want to be, what we want to become. During that time, the Generosity team urged us to dream big, and boy, did we. We hired a new religious education director, Dana. She's continuing to engage us in dreaming about our religious education program. This month, we welcome a new music coordinator to help us reestablish and grow our music program. Madison will, of course, be aided and abetted in this by the many, many musicians in our congregation. We look forward to helping out Bradley with a new office assistant and a membership coordinator. And all of these people will add to the constellation of bright hearts and minds that inhabit this building and this congregation. Many other of our groups, affinity groups, committees, operational groups, were strengthened, reestablished, and continued with courage. And there are honestly too many to name, and I want to thank all of you for bringing your times and your talents to the fellowship. Lastly, a group that no longer exists, thankfully, our Ministerial Search Committee, diligently worked to locate our next settled minister. And that sentence that sound like that was a Where's Wally search looking for someone wearing the right shirt, and it was not that. First, we learned the timelines, the resources, and the guidelines that the UUA provides to help ensure successful searches. Then we turned to you, the fellowship, and asked a ton of questions. I hope nobody is still traumatized by that survey, but we had to do it, and you answered. Thank you. We put together all of the information we heard from you in the cottage meetings and the meetings with the different groups. We put together all that information from the survey. And then we put it all in a really pretty package, and with Deborah's help on the website, an even prettier website. And then we sent it all out to all the searching ministers. And then we heard back. And then what the UUA terms the discernment phase happened. And at first I thought that was an odd phrase, but it is the only word you can use, discernment. Always checking back with what we heard from you in meetings and looking at the survey. The search committee decided who to talk to, then who to interview as pre-candidates, and finally, who to present to you as a candidate. And together, we decided to call Reverend Kelly to be our current settled minister. Woo-hoo. And while all this inside the fellowship work happened over the last couple of years, the UUA finished up some thoughtful work of its own, and we now have 8 values. If you missed Matt Ferris's July 7th service, please find the time to watch it on our YouTube channel. He does a fabulous job of describing the new values and made it all much more real, at least for me. He also introduced one of the most intriguing mnemonics I have ever heard, love jet pig. So, and when I was sharing with Reverend Kelly what I was talking about today, she has a jet pig that will be in her office. Apparently, many of the UU ministers have made a run on this cute little dude. A steampunk jet pig, I love it. So, what the heck is the love jet pig? So, the actual real, image from the UUA is this values flower. Love is in the center. Love, of course, needs no mnemonic. We all remember love. It's the center of all we are and what we do. And then we have the other values around it. Love is that grounding value. And so we have justice, equity, transformation, jet, and then pluralism, interdependence, and generosity, pig. Love, jet, pig. That's how we got there. And I like it myself. I like to have some fun with my faith. But with all of these changes, I think we're going to need some time to let all this stuff percolate through our heads and think about how we can utilize this slight change in how we portray our values. I mean, the bedrock values really haven't changed. It's just how we talk about them and how this fellowship is going to move forward. So, integrating inside the fellowship changes with those values changes, I'd like to encourage us to start now talking with one another. So, if you're in fellowship hall, I would like you to find 3 or 4 folks seated near you. And if you're on Zoom, you'll be in the one big group on Zoom. And spend 5 minutes discussing ways the new UUA values could inform us as we start this new fellowship year. Because we have so many opportunities looking us right in the face. So I'm going to leave the slide up here. I'm going to be the timekeeper. And so, 5 minutes to, there's no report out. So if you wander off and away from values into what your summer vacation was, that's okay too. But it's time to chat. It's our first time together, really. So in a while, so go for it.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, so all of your mics are muted. You need to unmute to talk. So Wes, only you and I are unmuted so far. Everybody else is muted.
Uh, I'm seeing a um, 3, 6, 9 of us on Zoom.
Yeah, and there's also Mike Frankham and Isabel and Ronnie Kahn and Gary and Yvonne. They just don't have any images up. So Joan, you are muted. Lynn, you are muted. Susan Franzen, you are muted. Ginny, you are muted. And the host can't unmute you. You have to do it yourself.
Most we can do is send you a message asking you to unmute yourself, but you still have to
and
agree.
maybe they don't have permission. I don't know. And if we don't have any discussion, we can say that there were no negative comments.
Right, but we just were allowed to unmute.
There you go.
We
Susan,
got
I
a
can hear you.
message that we were, but I don't know about other people. I see a lot of other people who are muted, and I don't see us, so.
Try it now. If you were trying to click unmute yourself, try it now. We just changed the setting.
Hi there.
Ah, I finally got unmuted.
Yeah.
Well, we can't see our picture, but we're unmuted.
I can see you, Susan.
You can, okay,
Yeah, we were just allowed to unmute.
yeah,
Before it said we couldn't unmute.
I know, and now I'm unmuted, and now we can hear each other.
Yes. Now we're unmuted. Yay.
Now
So-
I've forgotten what we were supposed to discuss.
Right.
I think we were supposed to discuss our feelings about this new picture
The
of
new
our
value.
values.
Love Jet Pig? I love it. I can remember it.
Yeah, back in June, Matt Ferris gave us a really good overview.
Yes,
And this is a step forward that really fits the times.
and I'm looking
agree
forward
with
to
Sam.
our new minister.
Say that again, Joan.
I am looking forward to our new minister. I
Yes.
mean,
Yes.
I've liked all of them in the 40, 50 years I've been associated with the fellowship, but I think Kelly's going to be a good fit for us.
I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, I would bring up another point, and yes, I am all for Kelly, and I think it's a good idea to have a woman minister, because to sort of spread it around. We have had men as far back as I go to 2007 or 8, and I think well, that's my point of view.
You think it's
Right.
going to be significantly different, Wes?
Pardon?
Do you think it's going to be significantly different?
No, I don't, and I think maybe that's the point.
When
Okay.
I joined the fellowship in 1995, we had a wonderful interim minister, who was a woman. And that's one of the things that attracted me to the fellowship, that I thought, wow. And I thought a great deal of her. I just thought it was great to go to church every Sunday and see a woman up there talking to us, leading everything.
Oh, I should amend my experience. We had an interim minister, Charlotte
Yes.
Catlin or something. Yeah, and I was all for her. But that brings up some other things that I don't think are relevant to the discussion right now. But the idea that a woman just fit in doing the job, I think was a good experience, and end of comment.
The image that was shown in the fellowship hall was it was like a 6-leaf clover leaf,
Right.
six petal clover leaf with love in the center. And then in the 6 leaves, there's independence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, and justice.
Jet pig.
I'm going to say those one more time. Interdependence, equity, transformation, pluralism, generosity, and justice.
I wish that we could have seen them on Zoom. We could have seen the chart, because I didn't get, when I listened to Matt, I didn't get quite the same ones you got, Sam. I got pluralism, justice, equity, generosity, and transformation. Then I got inspiration and intergenerational kind of together. That's the way I interpret it. But I think you didn't quite say the same things that I had written down.
In the chat, I put the link to that diagram.
Thank you.
I, after Matt's sermon, I went back to the UU wall and looked it up, and they had the schematic in it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice. I like the single word rather than a phrase.
Yes, it's easier to remember for old
It sure
minds.
is.
I had the opposite initial reaction. I was worried that we were going from.
Oh,
Sorry, we're getting started again here at Fellowship Hall.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you all. So, not much left. I hope this recap helps you start your church year off with an appreciation of all the fellowship has recently accomplished, what the UUA has recently reframed things for us, and all the possibilities in front of us. We are a beloved community, and we will continue forward together. So with that, I will cede to Ben.
All right, our second reading today is The Fellowship Has Left the Building by Reverend Margaret Weiss.
Because we're going together.
The fellowship is not a place. It is a people. The fellowship is not only a steeple above the tree-lined streets and cars. Rather, it is a people proclaiming to the world that we are here for the work of healing and justice. The fellowship is not walls built stone upon stone, held together by mortar, but rather person linked with person, linked with person, of all ages and genders and abilities, a community built on the foundation of reason, faith, and love. The fellowship is not just a set of doors open on Sunday morning, but the commitment, day after day and moment after moment, of our hearts creaking open the doors of welcome to the possibility of new experience and radical welcome. The fellowship is not simply a building and steeple and a pew. The fellowship is the gathering together of all the people and experiences, and fear, and love, and hope in our resilient hearts, gathering however we can to say to the world, welcome, come in, lay down your heartache and pick up hope and love. For the fellowship is us, each and every one of us together, a beacon of hope to this world that so sorely needs it. Let us finish out today with a hymn, number 349, We Gather Together. Please rise and body your spirit as you're able.
Our closing words, and for extinguishing the chalice, come from Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. Everything you touch, you change. Everything you change, changes you. The only everlasting truth is change. God is change.
Son of a gun. There we go.